going on, guys? So today I want to show you that in the first Descendant you don't have to put any defensive mods on your Descendant if you don't want to, and you can still beat hard mode missions. And this is, I'm showing bunny here because everybody's going to have a bunny regardless of which Descendant they chose at the beginning, but I can also show you what my starter Descendant is, the exact same thing. And this could help you get further in missions at times where you don't have somebody else to play with, because there will be times you will be running missions solo. So let me show you here. It's not going to work because someone's doing the mission I wanted to do. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see if we can switch to a private, unfortunately. Or I could just pick any random mission just so I can prove what I'm talking about. That one says it takes 15 minutes. Let's see, what's the time into this one? 5 minutes or less. Let's look at it. Let's find another one that says 5 minutes or less here that we can choose, because you can literally do it for most missions in the game. There are certain mission types where it probably won't work so well with. Yeah, eliminate the Vulcus. So we're going to go here. And I'm going to show you here. You saw I have no catalyst. I don't have an energy activator on this character either. So this way, if you get new Descendants that you craft and you're thinking, I can't play with them at all right now on hard or whatever, I'm going to struggle. I'm going to show you here. See, these are just the two standard things that came with the Descendant. We got skill cooldown, shot punch fully max. We got a range, cooldown, duration, range, a little bit of power, and some more power there. That's it. All offensive skill-based mods. So I could just literally change the Descendant and do the same thing. However, I do have my tamer for all the DPS. So I do have one. I have an energy activator in this one, and I did put a catalyst in this. You don't have to have the catalyst even for this either. I was able to do hard mode just fine without the catalyst. But let's go ahead and choose this mission. It looks like someone else is doing this. I really should have done this on private. I didn't expect that people would actually be playing these missions. There's a lot of time I will come to random places like these and there's nobody here. Let's just see. Is someone playing it? No, they're not. Okay. So, no defensive mod. So how am I going to get through this? So you could do the typical bunny thing. You could do this. You saw I killed some enemies there. But the basics is, no matter which character you use, just use cover. It's a basic tip, but it's something I don't see people doing. In hard mode, if you use cover, you could actually filter enemies to you, and they will actually miss shots a little bit more. Because you notice when you're running around the open, no matter what you do, you can't dodge your shots, even if you're rolling like this. You tend to not to be able to get around their shots, right? But see, when they use cover, they're not even shooting at me. It's like their targeting system goes off when you're behind cover. They can't really target you. They want to, but they can't. Of course, you would probably want to bring some other weapons with you, like a scout rifle. So if, like, from back here, you could pick them off a little bit more efficiently. I usually run a scout rifle, but right now I'm just trying to level these weapons. So you can see those are level 1. I'm just leveling the proficiency. But generally in this situation, I would, let's see, if you got bunny, you could do this. But let's just say if you didn't have bunny and you weren't able to run around the whole map torching them, then you could just use this strategy with any gun, any Descendant, if you had trouble playing them. And then you can pick up and use your skills whenever you want to outside of that. So you can see, barely taking any damage at all. So it doesn't really matter what my shield rating is, or my health rating for that matter, because I'm at the base for a level 40 character. And then if you got bunny, of course you could cheese your way through like that. You get enough range and power and cooldown. So that is a little cheap, of course, if I don't want to shoot everything, but you still could just peek from behind cover and shoot everything, and usually you'll be fine. As you can see here, there's nothing to indicate that I'm playing on hard, right? Nothing to indicate that I'm playing on hard, because you can't even tell. Oh, that might indicate it if we saw how much damage that would have done. But see, there's not a lot to indicate how hard. Well, you might be thinking I'm not playing on the hard difficulty, correct? Because we know hard mode for the enemies doing a lot of damage to you, right? And so they're not going to do a lot of damage if you don't allow them. That's the whole point I'm making. And of course, something like this, people recover, mission's done. So in case you can't find teammates, you could do that. Everybody has a bunny. If you want to build a bunny, like I said, this is a budget build. No money spent. None of the mods are max except Shock Punch and Nimble Fingers. So there you go. You can get through most missions in a game like this, except the dumb escort missions where you relies on your shield. I do have the shield mods. I do have the shield mod built and the defensive mod. So just to be clear, I do have those built. And because of my playstyle, you don't really have to build these all the way. But for harder content where you're going to have you standing out in an open defending a point, these could be helpful, but I even have other ways to get around that with this same build. But yeah, let me know if you like this video and you want to see more demonstrations of me beating stages on hard with this type of build.